So many people on the radical left participate in speedrunning. Some think it's their lack of work ethic. They always want to go faster rather than do it right. Some think it's to elevate sexual archetypes in the marketplace, like the fastest monkey. On the night of December 27th, regardless of their reasons, 3 people set out to prove who the fastest monkey is in the mod of Melee, Akanea. Diddy Kong is a complex beast, with many different ways to conquer his target course. Some were more bitter than others. But on this fateful night, only one strategy prevailed. This is the history of Howcordtown Diddy break the targets. Diddy Kong was given to us on a wonderful Christmas day in 2021. He was modded by Team Akanea, a team that always seems to put special care into their mods. Every single character added to the Akanea build always seems to fit in just right. Wolf, Charizard, and Diddy Kong are all given special aesthetic care to make sure they blend in with the cast. This includes a lot of other things you may not expect, like a classic mode end of game montage, or a target test. And that's where we come in. Diddy Kong has one of the most fun movesets to break the targets. His down B lets you hit in places that you couldn't normally hit. His up B has a hitbox. His back air has a really funny hitbox too. His side B allows for really nice movement. His up air is really fast and can hit multiple targets, and his pop gun is just plain funny. After lots of practicing, the first completed run was done by Melee Sadpost. It involved using your up air to hit the first 2 targets, double jumping up to hit the peanut pop gun, using a banana to hit the target that's usually unreachable, peanut pop gun the other target, doing a very sneaky side B onto the log, another banana, and then hitting the 2 final targets with 2 aerials. You see Melee Sadpost is pretty slow with the side B, and also misses the cycle with the platform. Now, this platform is the biggest barrier. The big question was, can we make it to this platform in the 3-second mark? The platform runs on cycles of 3s, meaning it goes up and then down on 3. So hypothetically, if you can reach the platform before 3 seconds, then you can go upwards with it rather than catching it down. This will allow you to skip a barrier, while previously if you have to go with it on the second cycle, you can only get to the second platform with the tree logs around 7 seconds. But if you're fast enough, you can break this hard limit. The question was, who will be the first to do it? You know how toilets in Australia flush backwards? Well, you can see the same thing for Canadian Diddy Kong Break the Targets runs, because Devdog introduces a new run that shakes up the Howcordtown leaderboard and shows us a whole new way to run the course. Meet Devdog. They're a speedrunner of Sonic Rebirth. I believe they hold almost every world record, choke holding leaderboards with another speedrunner named Lily Wisconsin. The imagination it takes to spearhead a community of speedrunning like Sonic Rebirth certainly translates into something like Melee, and you could see it in the run and the route they created to beat Diddy Kong's Break the Targets. This route was quickly dubbed the Devdog strat, and it was adopted by most speedrunners of the route. While Miles was busy labbing what is known as triple banana, other speedrunners like Melee Sadpost were quickly adopting the route and trying to optimize it. Quickly after Devdog achieved this Howcordtown record, Melee Sadpost snatched it back using the same strategy, just a little more optimized with a 1275. Neither of these runs are perfect by any means. You can tell there's a lot of room to grow between these 2 runs, and they can both borrow a lot from each other. If maybe Melee Sadpost got the consistency of Devdog in the middle game around the tree, and Devdog got the consistency of Melee Sadpost near the end game or the beginning, then they could really grind out a solid run. It would just take one person dedicated enough to the Devdog strategy to show him who's boss. How fitting. Devdog has mastered the Devdog strat. Hitting the first ever sub 12, Devdog uses their very own strat to destroy the previous record twice, breaking their own record. Devdog uses a mixture of their old run and some new techniques found. The classic edge cancel side B, but one of the most glaring time saves you see in this run is the side B used off of the tree rather than onto. It allows them to both get to the platform and hit a target at the same time, which saves them time in the long run, as when they hit the tree target in the top right, they can just go right back down to the bottom 2 targets and hit them with the back air. They miss the up air, I think, and then they go for the up B. This allows them to get the first ever sub 12. Okay, this next strat, it's bananas. No, sorry, it's crazy. Frog. Remember earlier when I mentioned a little strat called triple banana? Only one person was seriously considering the strategy as viable. You know, whenever you're helping your dad with something and he's doing it pretty wrong and you're like, Dad, it's this way. Dad, it's this way. Dad, it's this way. Dad, you open FaceTime this way. Dad, please. Dad! Sorry. You know when that happens? This is the story of Miles. Miles Hex Joe. Miles is known as the Blue Diddy and the Triple Banana Copium Lord. They started off as, any average runner until they threw a banana and said, hey, that hit all 3 targets. And since then, their life did not know peace. And they've been grinding as long as Devdog and Trend, but you may have noticed they haven't gotten a record yet. It took one fateful run to change it all.
Go!
Imagine a bus stop. You have to get to it on time, or you won't make it. What Hexjo's run does is kind of say, hey bus, stop right there. I don't need to be here on time, because I bought my ticket 2 days ago. This is effectively when Miles shoots the second pop gun that you haven't seen at the end of the run. This pop gun circumvents the need to be at the bus on time. Whenever you pull a banana on the platform, you need to be on there at 3 seconds or lower in order to be able to shoot the other 2 platforms, as you can see in Trend's run. Since Trend does not do that, they have to wait a whole cycle in order to make this side be on the trees, right? Well, Miles doesn't need to be that constricted because they already shot the target they need to hit with the banana. So, totally out of the question. They don't need to get the bus on time. The other 3 targets are hit by a really well-placed banana, and the rest of the run is as usual. I believe this run's genius, and it's such a great showcase of Diddy's tool and why he's such a great person to target test with. He's just a little guy with a lot of little gadgets. I love him! As it tends to go with Super Smash Bros. Melee, it's not always the hypest strats that win. It's not always the most creative strats that win. Sometimes you just need old, reliable. Trend saw Devdog strat. Trend saw Hexjo strat and said, nah. Trend strat all the way. Double up air, peanut, banana pool, hit the bus, make it to the bus on time, like a goddamn square, like a goddamn fool, and do what needs to be done. But it finally paid off.
If you say something's fucked up, it's like messed up, so like a nice and tidy thing, perhaps.
Let's tidy down.
Trend's strat was kind of deemed unrealistic. It's pretty impossible to make the bus. This bus driver is so mad. They went to work. They had gum on their shoe. They spilled their coffee, and they're like, if the little fucks are not the bus stop, by the time I get there, I'm gonna grind them into sand and leave. I don't want to pick them up if they're not gonna respect the schedule. So Melee Sadpost said, hey, I'm gonna work with you. And they grinded, and they found this. They posted this video in the Discord and said, hey guys, this is pretty fast. The first ever sub 10. We had different strategies, we had different philosophies, we had different methods, but at the end, this is the first sub 10. I don't know how I did it. I'm just cracked, I guess. I just did everything but very fast. I'm improvising right now, actually. No script anymore. Pretty fast. And that's where the record stands today. You know, if you are new to something and just do it with your friends, you can accomplish anything. Thanks for watching. Pranked. One of Silver's friends joined the Discord and blow my record the fuck out. Super Tuesday, you're literally goated. I'm literally humbled by your presence. You're literally nuts. Oh my god. Said 975. What the fuck, dude? Oh my god. I'll fucking see you in Charizard. I'm gonna fuck you up in Charizard. Your PB is gonna be a little baby jelly next to my PB. Your jelly, my PB will make you jelly, PB and jelly. Oh my god, 2 for Tuesday.